And look, through all this, like what we talked about with this Detroit Lions team and 30,000-foot view and future draft picks and depth charts and all that stuff, I've said this, D-Mac, you know this, I've said this from day one when we started talking about training camp. At some point, Nick Bosa's coming to town to get your quarterback. At some point, the 49ers are bringing that rush attack that arguably is one of the best in the National Football League. They're coming for you because it's go time now. This is one of 17 games. The 10-7 limos firing up for the guys, for fish and everything like that. But the bottom line is this. When they kick the ball, the 49ers are on the other side on Sunday. That starts. There's no more talk about depth charts. There's no more talk about practice units. There's no more talk about training camps or anything like that. All you have is what's there. And, I appreciate the fact that we're getting this going for real. And I think you can tell, even from the Lions organization, you can tell that they know it's for real. Aaron Glenn certainly knows it's for real because he knows about that rushing attack too.
A couple of days ago, Dan talked about the need for the rush defense to improve. And now the San Francisco 49ers, in the preseason, they've averaged a little bit over 188 yards a game. How much stock do you take into those numbers, and what has been your message to your guys?
So you're asking the rush against San Francisco?
Yeah, they're rushed against, they've been rushing about a little over 188 yards a game.
Well, their rushing attack?
Yeah.
Tough. I mean, that's everything they're built around is the run game. And listen, they're going to make some yards, right? They're going to make some yards. We're going to do our damnedest now to do what we can because we're built on that. We're built on our front of making sure that we build a wall, we set edges, right? We make tackles. So I'm not going to sit here and say, listen, we're afraid of their run game. I'm not going to say that. But I do recognize who they are in the run game. So we're just going to go out there and do our job and what our philosophy is as far as stopping the run. So our guys are excited about it. They know it's a challenge. When you play against a team like this, with the running game that you just talked about, I mean, you got to be excited to play against a team. Because when you want to measure yourself against the best, right? And they're one of the best teams. Right? Hell, I want to measure myself against one of the best play callers, right? To see exactly where I'm at. So that's why collectively as a group, man, we're looking forward to this challenge. You see I'm getting fired up right now.
He is. I do. I mess with Aaron Glenn, man. Yeah. I like him a lot.
Yeah,
I like him a lot.
Because of the player he was, too. If you look back at and he was a guy that if he said it, he did it. I mean, he's an in-your-face sort of guy and stuff like that. Now, I'll turn it to the other side of the ball because breaking news, and we've heard this out throughout the day, but I'm going to say because our astute Mr. Tom Mazaway just texted me and said Eric Taylor Decker is out, left tackle. It's reported that he might have broken his pinky in pass protection and might need surgery. So what side's Nick Bosa coming off of? We got other things to worry about now, a little bit more. I know that Aaron Glenn was talking about the offensive rushing game of the 49ers, but now without your proverbial left tackle, it brings a lot of things into question. So keeping Jared Goff vertical is going to be even tougher.
Yeah, and Justin Rogers from the Detroit News tweeted that about 20 minutes ago. It said Campbell said Decker hurt his finger throwing a punch on a pass protection. We'll meet a doctor today, but seems like it's trending towards surgery. And that was the talk that I heard yesterday into this morning, Joique, where people were like, well, it's an offensive lineman. Just tape the finger to another finger and roll on. But when you have a finger that requires surgery, you have to use your hands at some point as an offensive lineman. It's not like you're a D lineman where you can just put the club on and go to work like that. You need your hands.
You need your hands, and that's for sure. You can't put a club on it because the way that they have their advantage is by getting inside, gripping inside the shoulder pads and being able to take control of a defender. If you only have one hand, you're at a disadvantage, period. And especially when you're going against guys that are more athletic, that are faster, you need every weapon you have, especially when you're at the left tackle and your left tackle is protecting your most valuable position. All right, and so they're in a pickle. They're in a pickle.
What about this, and explain this to me because I'm curious. That's why I like having you here, Joique, because you can give me the reality basis to this.
I don't know what you're going to ask me. What is it?
No, the Penei Sewell talk about him moving over. Should he move over? Shouldn't he move over? the left tackle versus the right tackle spot. He's been doing the whole training camp, like he was going to be working at the right tackle spot. Why don't you just slide him over? I mean, people, to me, it seems like, and I go to you for this, to me, it seems like people are being kind of dismissive of spending an entire training camp at right tackle and just say, oh, we'll plug him over at left tackle. That's where he played anyway. Last time he played football, man, he was 20 years old or whatever he was.
Yeah, so who was our lowest scoring offensive lineman this year?
In terms of, like...
Yeah, at the end of preseason.
I mean, it was Sewell, yeah.
All right, it was Sewell, all right. And they had him, what was he used to playing?
He was built on being a left tackle.
All right.
But now he's trying to be a right tackle.
All right, so, we don't know how this is going to turn out. It might turn out where he feels more comfortable over there. And he might have a great game. He might have a game to where he needs some work, but it wasn't bad. Or he might fall flat on his face. We don't know.
Yeah. So it is. I don't know. So that is the answer. Because the fans were talking just put him over at left tackle and everything will be good again.
I don't know. Right.
Yeah.
But
You look at last year.
Move him back.
You know.
And then what do you do when Decker comes back?
Huh?
Then what you say you do move him to left, and he's dominant.
And he's dominant. Hey, you got to go over here, Decker. You got to go over here.
But he's making all the money.
Huh?
Only the Lions, man. Like that stuff happens too.
Hey, but you know what? What do you do? What do you do? You got to call audibles.
Yeah, so. I know. It's just for me. It's not just that. It is that. Like, I don't know can be the answer sometimes. Like that. I think that's part of the problem for society. And you're right, Joique. Like,
it's tough.
That's what I wanted to hear, actually.
So, and that's the thing, though. If they pay you, they're going to play you. That's period. If they pay you, they have to play you. And so it's going to be a tough situation. It's going to be a tough call that, Brad Holmes or I don't think the coaches they're going to have to make. It's the tough. What do you do? What do you do? What do you have? You have a guy that you just paid, and you have a first-round draft pick.
If it's Coach Joique Bell, and obviously you're on the outside look again. I'm just give me your best educated guess.
I'm not there in training camp.
You're not there.
I'm not there, but
that.
Just outside looking in because I'm not there. I will plug Sewell to left tackle, put the second string right tackle over there right.
Logan Stenberg.
Yep. I'll put him over there at the right tackle, and then we'll go forward from there. And I think that's the best option we have.
I'm sorry, Matt Nelson. That would be.
So then, what happens when Decker comes back? Then you can move Sewell back, or
depends on how he's playing. All right. Now you bring him back. Okay. You where else will you put him? What else? If Sewell is scoring higher and grading higher at that left tackle. Then Deck, you let the best man. This is not a,
we're not concerned about your feelings here.
Yeah, this is a business, right? And you got to earn your position. Now, I understand this. We want to build this winning culture in this family environment. But at the end of the day, this is still a business. And if he's outplaying them, then you have to play him. Like, what are you going to do? Say, we're going to take you out, even though you're playing the best you played, and you're scoring, you're grading higher. I don't see how you move him from that position. But, like, at the same time,
Taylor Decker, 4 years, $60 million.
Yeah, 4 years, $60 million. And he's proven. Right? Just you see how it turns out.
Yeah. Speaking of being proven, you know what's proven about guys?